Imagine being told by your own father that you are destined for nothing but shooting dogs and rat-catching. This was the discouraging start for Charles Darwin, born in 1809 into a wealthy, established English family. His father, a respected doctor, envisioned a predictable career for his son. But young Charles found both medicine and theology, the two paths chosen for him, utterly tedious. He dropped out of medical school and barely paid attention in divinity classes. Darwin's true passion wasn't in books or sermons. It was in the natural world. He was a collector obsessed with beetles, plants, and geology. At Cambridge, while supposedly studying to be a clergyman, he connected with influential botanists who saw his potential. This passion, viewed by many as a mere hobby, unexpectedly led to the opportunity of a lifetime. In 1831, a position opened for a gentleman naturalist aboard the HMS Beagle, a small ship embarking on a 5-year global mapping expedition. Darwin, then just 22, seized the chance, a decision that would change science forever. The 5-year voyage aboard the Beagle was Darwin's university. He endured chronic seasickness, navigated treacherous storms, and suffered intense isolation, but he was exposed to a geological and biological diversity that no European had ever seen. He saw towering mountains rise from the sea, uncovered gigantic fossils of long-dead mammals in South America, and documented creatures that seemed to defy the known rules of creation. The critical turning point came in the Galapagos Islands. There, Darwin observed that the finches on each separate island had distinctly different beaks, perfectly suited to the particular food sources of their island. He also noted the tortoises had shells shaped differently, depending on whether they needed to reach high leaves or not. The pattern was undeniable. Species were not fixed, but adapted and changed based on their environment. This observation shattered the rigid doctrine that all life had been created simultaneously and immutably. Darwin returned to England in 1836, a celebrated naturalist with tons of data, but no complete theory. He settled at Down House and spent the next 2 decades meticulously studying barnacles, breeding pigeons, and agonizing over his notes. He understood that species changed, but he struggled with the mechanism, the how. The breakthrough came when he read Thomas Malthus's essay on population, which argued that human populations grow faster than their food supply, leading to a constant struggle for existence. Darwin had his key. Nature, like a selective breeder, chose the best equipped individuals. The revolutionary theory was born: natural selection. Organisms within a species vary. Those individuals with traits best suited to the environment survive, reproduce, and pass those advantageous traits to their offspring. Over vast expanses of time, this process leads to new species. It was a simple, elegant, and entirely non-divine mechanism for the origin of life. Darwin, fearing the upheaval his theory would cause in Victorian society, hesitated for over 20 years. He was preparing a massive multi-volume treatise when, in 1858, he received a devastating letter from a younger naturalist, Alfred Russel Wallace, who had independently conceived an almost identical theory. Spurred by Wallace's findings, Darwin rushed to publish his concise summary. In 1859, On the Origin of Species was released, and it caused an immediate, profound shockwave. It removed humanity from the center of creation and placed it squarely within the natural process of change, directly contradicting the literal interpretation of the Bible. It launched one of the most intense scientific and theological debates in history. Darwin, the reluctant revolutionary, spent the rest of his life quietly defending his work, never retreating from his meticulously collected evidence. Darwin died in 1882, buried with national honor in Westminster Abbey. He was a gentle, private man, whose patient observation and logical mind gave the world the most powerful explanation for life's diversity. His legacy is not just the theory of evolution, but the ultimate scientific lesson. Look closely at the world, trust the evidence, and do not be afraid of where the truth leads. What is the biggest question Darwin's theory still helps us answer today? Let us know in the comments below. If this story of scientific courage fascinated you, hit that like button and subscribe for more deep dives into the figures who unlocked the secrets of the natural world.